Forget the flat Earth theory. Let's imagine Earth shaped like a pizza. It might seem appetizing, but it would actually be a scorching, chaotic, and awe-inspiring place. Would you dare live there? Hello and welcome to Z. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. In the observable universe, there may be anywhere from 10 sextillion to 1 septillion exoplanets, and none of them resemble a flat pizza-shaped planet. That's because such a formation is gravitationally impossible. Planets naturally gather surrounding rock and dust evenly, forming round shapes. One of the strangest planets we've found is WASP 12b, which is egg-shaped due to its proximity to its star, stretching the planet with gravitational force. But if there were flat planets, we haven't come across one yet. Still, what if Earth were shaped like a pepperoni pizza? It wouldn't differ much from the idea of a flat Earth. Continents would scatter across its surface like pizza toppings, and mountains would form a crust around the edges. A pizza-shaped Earth could even face more meteor impacts, which leads perfectly into a word about today's sponsor, gentle bands. They create rings using unique materials such as tungsten, meteorites, and even dinosaur bones. I've got their Oceanus ring made from tungsten, and it's incredible. It feels like holding a piece of history. Their latest collection, Athlos, takes inspiration from Greek mythology and athletics, symbolizing strength and overcoming obstacles. You can also get matching cufflinks, which are just as detailed. Plus, if you lead an active lifestyle, Gentle Bands offers chains, so you can wear your ring around your neck. And with free engravings and a 25% discount using the code WHATIF, now's the perfect time to grab one. Back to Pizza Earth. If it followed the flat earthers' belief, where planets constantly accelerate upward at 9.8 ms2, this pizza-shaped Earth would speed up endlessly, eventually defying the laws of physics and destroying itself. At such speeds, time would distort, trapping everyone on Earth in a single moment, forever. Of course, this is entirely impossible, thanks to real-world gravity. On a pizza-shaped Earth, gravity would be strongest at the center and gradually weaken as you moved outward. Near the edges, gravity would pull sideways, making you feel lighter and able to leap higher. The outer regions would be cold, dry, and plagued by dust storms, similar to the conditions on Mars. Living there would require specially built homes to survive the extreme weather. Now, if Earth were shaped like a pizza slice, gravity would pull towards the middle of that slice. For stability, the planet would need to be thick, about 6,000 km, to maintain a magnetic field and an atmosphere. Without these, it would lose its ability to block harmful solar radiation, and life would be impossible. On a pizza slice, Earth, the sun would be closer and smaller, causing intense heat during the day and slightly cooler nights. You'd likely need a fire-resistant suit just to get through the day. However, if the pizza-shaped Earth still orbited the sun like a normal planet, it would have seasons and a day-night cycle, just like now. The moon would still regulate tides as well. In this scenario, life on the edges of Pizza Earth would be tough. The central regions, pulled together by gravity and covered in oceans, would be the most habitable, while the outer edges would experience violent weather, thinner air, and extreme temperatures. You might even end up living underwater. At this point, Mars might start looking like a more attractive option, but that's a story for another what if. Imagining Earth shaped like a pizza invites a fascinating thought experiment that challenges our understanding of physics, geography, and daily life. The idea diverges from Earth's known spherical structure and delves into how a flat, pizza-shaped planet would affect everything from gravity to climate, ecosystems, and human civilization. While this scenario is purely hypothetical, exploring its implications opens a door to understanding why Earth's spherical shape is essential for the life we know today. gravity and physics on a pizza-shaped Earth. The first major change in a pizza-shaped Earth would involve gravity. On our spherical planet, gravity pulls objects toward the center, meaning wherever you are on Earth, you experience a consistent downward pull toward the core. However, on a flat circular planet, gravity would behave very differently. In this case, gravity would likely pull things toward the center of the pizza disc rather than downward in all directions. At the edges of the pizza-shaped Earth, people and objects would feel as though they were being pulled sideways, creating a bizarre gravitational experience. This uneven gravitational pull could make it nearly impossible to live or build structures near the edges of the planet. Water would also flow toward the center of the planet, forming a massive ocean there, while the outer edges would remain dry and barren. The climate would become extreme, with the central regions likely submerged and the outer edges becoming deserts due to lack of moisture. The atmosphere and weather. The atmosphere on a pizza-shaped Earth would also behave in unusual ways. On our current spherical Earth, the atmosphere envelops the planet evenly, allowing for the distribution of weather patterns and climates. But on a flat, disc-shaped Earth, the atmosphere might be thinner or even non-existent at the edges. This would create harsh conditions, with weather systems concentrating near the center of the planet where gravity is strongest. The Coriolis effect, which influences the rotation of winds and ocean currents, would not function the same way. Without the planet's rotation to create the familiar wind patterns, weather could become unpredictable, with violent storms forming in the center and stagnation around the outer edges. Seasonal changes would likely be absent, as the sun would not rotate around the flat disk in the same way, drastically affecting ecosystems and the balance of life. Day-night cycle and the sun's path. A pizza-shaped Earth would also introduce significant changes to how we experience day and night. On our spherical Earth, the planet's rotation around its axis gives rise to the day-night cycle. However, if Earth were flat, the sun's path would not operate in the same manner. Depending on how we imagine the sun's relationship to this flat world, it might hover over certain areas while neglecting others. If the sun moved in a circular pattern over the pizza Earth, the central regions would receive constant sunlight, possibly leading to extreme heat and permanent daylight. Meanwhile, regions at the edges would remain in perpetual darkness or receive very little light, plunging them into a freezing, inhospitable state. The imbalance in sunlight distribution would have devastating effects on plant life, agriculture, and human habitation, as only a small portion of the planet would be livable. Impacts on civilization and society. Living on a pizza-shaped Earth would demand drastic adaptations from human society. Civilization would likely concentrate in the narrow band of habitable land near the center of the disk, where gravity, climate, and access to resources might be more manageable. The outer regions, with extreme gravitational pull, harsh weather, and either too much or too little sunlight, would be uninhabitable. Transportation and communication would be heavily affected as well. On a spherical Earth, circumnavigation is possible, and satellites orbit the planet to provide global communication. On a flat Earth, such systems would not work, and travel to the outer edges might be dangerous or impossible. The concept of nations and borders could also shift dramatically, with political and economic power centered in the most livable regions. In terms of exploration, humans might remain confined to the central zones, with the dangerous and mysterious edges of the pizza-shaped planet left unexplored. The edge might even serve as a boundary for science and adventure, akin to the ancient notion of the world ending in a waterfall or void. Why the spherical shape matters. Ultimately, Earth's spherical shape is crucial for creating a balanced, life-sustaining environment. The spherical nature of the planet allows gravity to pull objects toward the center uniformly, creating a stable atmosphere, even weather patterns, and a balanced distribution of ecosystems. This balance supports life as we know it, from the food chains that rely on diverse climates to the ability of humans to explore, communicate, and inhabit all corners of the globe. If Earth were shaped like a pizza, the instability in gravity, atmosphere, and climate would make the planet far less hospitable for life. The sphere provides a natural equilibrium that enables the intricate systems of life to thrive, from the circulation of ocean currents to the cyclical nature of seasons. Conclusion. The thought experiment of a pizza-shaped Earth presents a fascinating glimpse into how a simple change in planetary structure would drastically alter life as we know it. From chaotic gravity to extreme climates and distorted day-night cycles, this version of Earth would be a harsh and unstable place. Ultimately, the experiment serves as a reminder of the importance of Earth's spherical shape in maintaining the delicate balance that makes life possible on our planet.